Welcome back, boys and girls. So we were solving the question paper from IGCSE 062042 and May-June series, okay, of 2022. In our previous videos, we solved the 5 questions of the same paper, and in this, I'm going to solve the 6th question, okay. So that's why I'm going and directly jumping to the question number 6. So this is question number 6 of the same paper, May-June 2022. In this question, it says that this question is about polymers. A polymer X is condensation polymer. Part of the structure of polymer X is shown. And you can easily say, see, boys and girls, here we have ester bond. We have what? Ester bond. Whenever we have C double bond O, which is bonded to O, this is called as what? Ester. Okay, so this is the part of the polymer chain, and here I can see ester bond. Then the demand is how many molecules of water are produced when this part of the polymer X is formed. So straightforward, relate to the number of the ester bonds. As I said, this is ester bond, this is ester bond. So count how many we have. One here, this is also an ester bond, and this is also an ester bond. So in this polymer chain we can see 3 ester bonds, and remember, each ester bond is produced by removal of 1 molecule of water. So how many ester bonds we can see in this part of the polymer chain? 3. It means there must be release of or production of 3 water molecules. Okay, so we can clearly write 3 either in number or in words. Next question. He says complete the structure of the 2 monomers. Monomer is the simplest unit that is used in making the above polymer. Okay, and how you're going to identify and figure it out? Just break down the ester bond from the center. Sorry, same here, from here. Now you can easily see this central part. This central part contains a colored box, and you have the colored box over here. Secondly, when you break the ester bond from here as well, from this part as well, so this will give you this colorless box. So you can see you have 2 boxes. Let me clear this one so that you can easily understand. Okay, here was the question. Now I'm clearing the boxes, writing so that you can easily understand what I am going to show you. So now it's clear. As I said, just focus for the ester bond. This is the ester bond, break it from between C double bond O, bond O. This is an ester bond, break it. This is the ester bond, break it. Now you can see, if you can convert this into a box, you can see a colored box. To both sides you have single O, and this will give you another box, the colorless box, and to both sides you have C double bond O. So accordingly, just complete whatever you see above, you just have to complete. In the colorless box, you can see to both sides you have C double bond O. You have C double bond O. And to the colored box, you have both sides O. And now recall your concept which we learned during the classes, that whenever you are making any ester bond, always you removed hydrogen from the alcohols and OH from the acid. And also remember that the part to which C double bond O is present, this represent what? Acid. This represent what? Acid. So to acid part, always attach OH. And to which you have just O, this represent alcoholic part. This represent alcoholic. and to alcoholic part just attach H. So just do accordingly what I said. So here you are going to attach OH, and here you are going to attach OH as well. But in this case you are going to attach H, and this case H. So both the monomers are complete. One was dioic acid, the other was diol. When they combine, they will give us this type of the polyester. Hopefully you understand. Next, he says name what type of the condensation polymer X. As I said, this is polyester containing multiple ester bonds. Okay, this is polyester. Next, he says part of polymer Y has the structure shown. This is again an ester, but in this case I can see one complete ester bond over here, one complete ester bond, but nothing or no other complete ester bond is there. Then he says state the number of different type of the monomers. For this, repeat the same formula. Just break down the ester bonds. Just break down the ester bonds. So you can see only one colored box. Okay, and in this one color box, to one side you have O, and to the other side you have C double bond O. Now repeat the same thing what I said. To the bond or to the side where you see C double bond O, which is acidic, attach OH, and to the side where you see O that belongs to alcohol, attach hydrogen. So you can see all are similar and you will get same type of the monomer. So here the question again, state the number of different type of the monomers. So I can say only one. I can say only one type of the different monomer is used to produce this part of the polymer chain. Next, we can see addition polymer. He says that a part of polymer Z has the structure. So in this structure we are not observable what C double bond O or C double bond O bond NH. So whenever you can't see these type of the bonds, then you can immediately say this is not condensation. And when the polymer is not condensation, then you can say this is what? This is addition polymer. Then he says draw and name the structure of the monomer which form for polymer Z. So how you are going to write down the monomer? Just we instructed and we learned during the classes. From this long chain, select two adjacent carbon atoms. So these are the two adjacent carbon atoms. Okay, now write them. After that, draw the double bond between them and then place the second or remaining two bonds at diagonal positions. Now attach all the other bonds as they were previously attached. To this left-sided carbon atom, we have CH3 to upside and H to the downside. And to this carbon atom, this one, we have H to upside and CH3 to downside. Okay. Now you have to name. This is the structure. He says show all the bonds. Show all the bonds. Then I didn't show this part, so I'm going to convert this one like this. C double bond C H here C, then show all of the hydrogens like this. Instead of writing CH3, write like this, as the instruction was show all the bonds. To show all the bonds, I'm just opening, okay, nothing else. Now you can name it by selecting the long chain. So this is the long chain of the carbon atom. You can see this is the long chain of carbon atoms, which contains 4 carbon atoms, and this is the numbering: carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4. You can start numbering from the right hand side as well. In both cases the double bond started at carbon 2, so we can say this is but, 4 carbon atoms in the long chain, and 2, which is the position of the double bond, and double bond is called as carbon to carbon double bond is called as ene. So the complete name is but2ene. Understood? So he says that instruction was show all the atoms and all the bonds. This is correct as well, but all bonds are not shown. That is why this should be written, okay, not this one. Next, so I'm going to cross it. You have to draw this one, right hand side. Now he says that name the chemical process used to make the monomer that forms the polymer Z. So polymer Z is a hydrocarbon, as it is made up of only carbon and hydrogens, and this is a small hydrocarbon. Got it? So conversion of a long chain hydrocarbon into a small chain hydrocarbon is called as cracking, or even you can say thermal cracking, okay, or catalytic cracking. Both are correct. You just write cracking, fine. So now question number 6 is complete over here, and I think this was the last question of the paper. Paper is complete. I will try to make the playlist so that you can easily access all of the questions from the same paper, and try to convey to others, try to learn by yourself. If you have any question, you can ask me directly or through the chat, okay, or the comments. Hope and wish you best of luck. Stay connected, stay and keep practicing well, and prepare well for your upcoming exams.